Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you not a review of the Alley Viper, but a question that involves the Alley Viper. And as you can see, Nerf. Why isn't the Alley Viper the mascot for Nerf? Because look at it. They blend in so perfectly with the Elite, with the Nerf Elites and all that. They're the same, they're essentially the same color scheme. I think the blue might be a little lighter, but that could be just because of the paint decals, like on the orange and everything. But it pretty much is a Nerfer when you think about it. Because Nerf Elite sold a bunch of products like vests and suitcases and all that were tactical and everything. Remember, we had this whole tactical stuff for a while with Modulus and everything. So I'm like, why isn't the Alley Viper the Nerf mascot? Because he kind of encompasses what Nerfers are like today. Because think about it, he has eyewear protection, he has a shield, and you need a Mega Dart to get through it. He has a primary, a secondary. He didn't come with this, I just gave it to him, but here's him with the Rapid Strike and all that. He holds it pretty well and everything. He has melee weapons as well. It's just pouches for his extra darts and all that. It's like, how many of us dress all tactical when we go Nerf and everything? And I was thinking about several YouTubers and like, yeah, Captain Xavier looks like Crossbones, but he's very tacked out. And Beret, he looks like a saboteur kind of thing with his beret and all that. And it just made me think like, well, there was an action figure of all of us, the different Nerfers and everything. And I don't mean like the YouTubers, I mean everybody. If everybody could go to a Nerf war with their favorite kid and all that, and there was an action figure, I think we might look like Cobra agents more than G.I. Joes. And all that. Like, remember that freaking, the guy who made that suit that fired, I forgot what blaster it was, but he had shoulder-mounted automatic blasters. Remember that guy? That's pretty much a metalhead. It's like, the weird thing, we paint our blasters to look military-like sometimes. We give them, like, like, remember I have a Rhodesian foul with it took forever to get that poop shade green and all that. So yeah, it's we do this all the time, and I assume it's like, okay, for one, Cobra are bad guys. Okay, they wouldn't want a Cobra agent and all that, but it's like it's like, do we really care? They sold us Aliens one time. They've done like cross-promotional stuff with G.I. Joe before. Okay, and they like, what else is there? And they have Star Wars with Stormtrooper blasters and everything. So it really, like, I don't think it really matters, because they're going to sell us the bad guy option anyway. Like, yeah, you could have Snake Eyes, or the only figure I could think of that has a similar look is the Ice Cream Trooper. That terrible figure. Like, I could make him work and all that, but if he was like a propaganda thing, like, oh, this is the guy we send out for the PR stuff and everything. How do you do, fellow kids? Like, I think that would have been funny, but no, you were supposed to take him serious because he's a war criminal. So it's all of that. I like the balaclava look too. I wear balaclava, so I'm wearing one right now. I feel so free. But anyway, so yeah, it's just that was the question that came to my mind, and it was like, yeah, obviously bad guys, but then I thought, well, Merf, the actual mascot, quotation marks, because pretty much I think he looks kind of like this. It's just a blob, okay? supposed to be a sentient blob of Nerf darts. And the thing with Merf is that he looks like Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas when he gets his burlap sack ripped off and everything. Now that I have ruined the image of Merf, that it didn't need much ruining, keep in mind Oogie Boogie's character. So it's like you see Santa Claus, it's like, you're joking, I can't believe my eyes. You're joking, you gotta be. This can't be the right guy. So, give me a second, I gotta get a drink. Orange Gatorade. So, it brought the question, like, with Merf, it's like he looks like a monster. He looks like the boogeyman, literally. And what are you... That is your mascot. You didn't... They could have put googly eyes on him. I think that would have fixed it. Because then it would look like some British TV character. Let's be honest, googly eyes kind of do that to monsters. But if they did that, it probably would have fixed everything. But they didn't. And also Hasbro owns the Alley Viper. They couldn't lend them out the Alley Viper for one of their other things. And I know that there's like some kind of competition between different departments. I believe, I don't know if they're still doing that, but at one point in time that was a thing with Hasbro, that they just wanted to outcompete each other, and that's why we kind of had that whole Phantom Menace craze and all that thing. It's just it was a whole thing. But anyway, my mail's arrived. I could hear the mailman. But so back to the Merf. I'm like, you wasted money on that. They could have saved money on just going, asking the G.I. Joe department, let us use the Alley Viper as the mascot. We'll change him up a bit, put Nerf instead of Cobra and everything, call him the Nerf Trooper. There we go. And we could just change his colors whenever we change the thing. Okay, and Alley Viper looks cooler no matter what color you use. And they didn't do that. But keep in mind that Nerf has for a while been doing cost cutting on their product, giving us cheaper blasters, solvent welding them and all that, so they don't have to use that many screws and all that. And they weren't willing to cost cut on freaking making a mascot. I assume there might be some contractual thing, but no, it's like, why? It's like, but why? Why did you waste money on this? Keep in mind, Merf is what we saw. Okay, there's that is what they thought was the best idea. That's their how do you do, fellow kids. That is what they think of their product. And all that. An amorphous collection of Nerf darts with pronouns. They thought that was important. The darn thing doesn't... I don't even know if Merf could speak. But they thought about, like, we're going to sell this to kids and all that. And I was like, that was very lame. No wonder freaking all the other companies are doing better. One, they gave us a good product. But they also, like, they're not treating their customers like children. That's the point. It's like you make a child product, but you don't treat them like a child. Okay? You gotta treat them with respect. And that they're smarter. Because and all that. And there's also the whole thing with adults, too. It's like, the adult does not like Merf. Okay? Let's face it. Merf or Alley Viper? Are you going to dress... Which one do you prefer? Which one looks cooler? Which one screams Nerf to you when you look at him? Like, it's going to be the Alley Viper because, let's be honest, you dressed up as the Alley Viper for a Nerf war. We are the Alley Viper. Okay? This is who we are. And who we play as. We don't. If Merf was like a ghillie suit, I can understand that, but he's not. And he also brings up a lot of questions too, like where does Merf come from, and everything. Like, well, nobody asks these questions because they don't care. But I asked, like, okay, well, how is he like an experiment gone wrong in the Nerf facility or something? Like, Nerf has, and again, this kind of contradicted the entire design philosophy of Nerf, because we had the tactical, we also had the games as well, where we're fighting robots and all that. There was some and everything. It's like, I guess it could be the sign of the times. Like, we can't have a SWAT guy, we can't have a cyborg, we can't have an alien anymore. We have to freaking make everything all freaking PC and everything. It's like, guys, it's like half your audience is freaking adults. Okay, let's be honest. Like, a bunch of us are college kids too, because going to a Nerf war is freaking fun. Okay, and it's a great way to stay in shape. Okay, and it's just gonna have this overlap and everything. Like, there's gonna be the SWAT guy, and it's like, I understand, like, the whole kid, there's the whole kid thing and everything, but we kind of, the Nerfers kind of do a good job with that. It's like, this is the kid event, don't come all tacked out. This one's a fun little kiddie one. I don't have the one where it's like freaking, it's in the woods, it's like a freaking scavenger hunt kind of deal and everything. There's like a little fort where you're using an abandoned base and all that. Like, it's like, okay, this is for the adults. Yeah, you can bring your kid, but yeah, no, we're all tacked out for those and everything. So we get the idea, but it's like, you want to keep your customers. Wouldn't it be better to like have a character like this, so that it's like, hey, this thing still appeals to me even when I'm older, instead of like freaking whatever Merf is. And Merf, I don't think, do they even still use him? It's so weird. I think they got rid of him and they didn't tell us. I remember only seeing him in like products, but I've never seen him in I don't think I've ever seen him in a commercial. That was a time to. Everybody probably forgot about him. This is the first time anybody's been bringing them up and everything. I probably even shouldn't be making this video, because I'm probably giving them ideas for free and all that. But let's be honest, I want freaking G.I. Joe stuff from Nerf. I would love that. But and all that. So I'm pretty sure, like, you put on a bunch of tactical Nerf stuff, their holsters, their bandoliers and everything, you're gonna come out looking like the freaking Alley Viper. They don't have a helmet, do they? But yeah. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Like, why didn't they ever use it? There probably is an explanation, but I just want to bring up, like, this is perfect. This is perfect for the for Nerf, and it's like, you wasted money on Merf. And that upsets me. Like, that upsets me that we went through this period where they thought that was a good idea. They try to sell us that. Meanwhile, we're like complaining about Elite 2.0 and how bad that was and how we want better product. And I thought, how do you do, fellow kids? Would have worked. And it's like, and I missed out on you just using this guy. Well, thank you all. Well, anyway, thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.